everyone and welcome to another weigh-in update. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tracy and I'm trying to lose weight following the Slimming World plan. I'm sorry there was no weigh-in update last week. If you watched my weigh-in, my what I eat in a day, you would have seen me saying that I had my COVID jab last weekend. Because I work for the NHS, we got the opportunity to have ours, and I decided that I definitely wanted to go for mine. So I had that on the Saturday. I had the Oxford vaccine. I was a bit dubious because while I was sat waiting for my turn to go in, I was talking to one of the staff there, and she was telling me about her side effects. And when you wish you hadn't asked. So I just panicked all week after having it in case I was going to develop these symptoms. But as it turned out, all I got was I got a sore arm, which it lasted. I had it on the Saturday, and I think it was the Thursday evening before I could actually lay on that arm without it feeling sore. And then it's almost back to normal now, unless I prod it. I got a dry mouth, a really dry mouth. I woke up with a really dry mouth on the Sunday and it lasted all day. That's why I didn't do my video. I could barely talk. It's like my tongue was stuck to the roof of my mouth. My husband thought it was bliss. That was all I got. So I think I've been one of the lucky ones because I have read about some getting some nasty symptoms after having it. But the symptoms, whatever you get after having it, have got to be miles better than catching coronavirus. So yeah, definitely go and get your jab. I lost £1 last week. I did say in the last video that on the Monday I'd had a Chinese. It was a hectic day. I'd got both my I dropped one at nursery and I'd got my other granddaughter Isabella. She wasn't particularly happy that morning. She was doing a lot of crying. I don't know if she was tired or if she was teething or what. But then I got a phone call from nursery saying that Grace had been sick and could I go and pick her up. All this time Isabella's still screaming, not very happy. So I thought, how am I going to cope with one being sick and one screaming? So I ended up having to ring my daughter, Isabella's mum, and say, could you come home from work? Because there's no way I can see to one that's not very happy and one that's being sick as well. So yeah, by the time it come to Monday tea time, I was absolutely exhausted, and we just ordered a Chinese takeaway. Now I could have gone for something nice and healthy like chicken and black bean sauce, which was what I normally get, but our usual Chinese was closed on Mondays. So we had to use a different one, and I don't like their chicken and black bean sauce. As you've probably guessed, I went for something very unhealthy. So I had special fried rice, chips and curry sauce, and I ate every bit. And if you've seen the size of those tubs that the special fried rice come in, I mean, they're like that size, by about that deep. So I don't know how I managed to eat it all, but I forced it all in. I felt as sick as a dog afterwards. And then I think I had 3 mini Mars bars after that as well. And as you can probably see, I gained a new friend from eating that Chinese. It's a lot smaller now than it has been all week. But that's the only time I get any spots usually is if I have something off plan that I shouldn't be having. So yeah, I wasn't going to do another video today, and it's just been one of those weeks. We had the snow, we had quite heavy snow. Was it Monday or Tuesday, I think. My husband's self-employed, he's a taxi driver, and he can't go to work if it snows. Not heavy anyway, it's not safe for him to drive in it. So, as you can imagine, work's very quiet for him at the moment with us being in the middle of a pandemic. So earnings are low, we're already struggling to get by. So he needs to work as much as he can. So he had to have Tuesday off because of the snow. There was something wrong with my car. So that had to go into the garage for 2 days, so that was £240 for that sorting out. As soon as I got my car, my husband's car, there was something wrong with that, so that needed to go in the car for 2 days, in the garage for 2 days. So yet again, he was off the road for 2 days, plus he lost 2 days takings. So it's just been one of them weeks this week where I'm absolutely thoroughly fed up. And then I stepped on the scales, and that made it even worse. So yeah, here we go. So I stepped on the scales this week and I lost £1 after being on it 100%. But Star Week arrived that same morning that I stood on the scales, so whether or not that's had an effect on it, I don't know. So that's... Oh, excuse me, work's phone's going off. Sorry about that. As you can probably guess by the colour of the top, I'm on call for work. Yeah, so I forgot where I was. I think I just told you my weight. Yeah, so I'd lost £1 this week. As I said, Star Week started. Yeah, I know £1's £1, but I've just been going back through my my book. I write everything down that I eat. I have done since the start of September, and I also list my weight every day. I know I shouldn't step on the scales every day, but I do. And since the end of October, I've been in the 15 stone bracket. So that is a long time to be in the same stone bracket. So I'm getting a bit cheesed off now. I know I put 9 on over Christmas, so I've been fighting to get that back off as well. But yeah, so I'm going to have to do something this week. I'm going to try and change things up and shake things about. I did speak to my doctor. I am in the process of having some blood tests. I've mentioned it before. I'm at the start of the lovely menopause. And he said that the menopause does affect, or can affect, your weight losses. Apparently it's all to do with your hormone levels and what have you. And something about this, I can't remember what he said the name of this hormone was, but it's called this hunger hormone. It can make you more hungry, apparently. You have more of it during the menopause or leading up to the menopause. So yeah, I'm waiting for my blood test results to come back, and then there'll be a possibility of starting HRT. So hopefully my body might start getting back to normal a little bit. I haven't picked up any new bits this week, only these Mr. Kipling cake slices. I usually get these for my granddaughters, but I noticed when I got them home that they're the 30% less sugar ones. Now these are normally 7 cents each, but these ones are coming up at 5. So if you like a piece of cake, give them a whirl. Not bad for 5 cents. So I haven't been anywhere. I haven't done anything. Like I say, we've been without cars most of the week, and we've had snow. So I haven't been able to go out and see what's new. I am planning on hopefully having a trip to Home Bargains this week, because I need some more cereal bars. Yeah, so I think that's enough waffling from me for this week. Hopefully there'll be a few what I eat in a days going up this week. Hopefully I'll have a bit of my mojo back this week. I hope you've all had the results that you wanted, and if you haven't, then I hope you know why. I try not to take it too personal, like I'm trying not to do. And I shall see you next week, hopefully with less of me. Bye guys.